Joining us now is Rashad Robinson. He's the president of the civil rights nonprofit organization, Color of Change. Rashad, good to have you with us. First off, we just want to give you an opportunity to share your reaction to the justice's decision on affirmative action.
I mean, this decision is not surprising given the decades upon decades long assault that we have seen on civil rights across the board. This has been a well-funded, well-coordinated attack, not just on affirmative action, but the same people that are behind this attack have been behind the attack on the right to vote and voting rights and so much more. But unfortunately for all of us in a society, what this means is that this elevates and returns us to a set of privilege-based admissions and almost by extension of hiring, public investment, and so much more. Affirmative action was the best antidote that we had to all of the set of unearned opportunities and privileges that are afforded to people who are not of color in this society, from zip code access to the type of schools you have to the ways in which even at Harvard, 43% of white people who are admitted into Harvard, white kids who are admitted into Harvard, are part of a class of folks that are either legacy, meaning their parents went to the university, they're the dean's list interests, which means that their parents can somehow donate a building or something like that, or they are athletes. That is 43% of white admittance. If that went away tomorrow, you would see a huge drop-off in the number of white kids that got admitted to Harvard. So what we are talking about is taking away sort of a set of policies that help balance out privilege in our society. And by going backwards, we are, in essence, prioritizing privilege, and I think taking away the one anecdote we had to it.
In responding to this, former President Obama released a statement saying, he's disappointed. Affirmative action wasn't perfect, but now it's up to all of us to give young people the opportunities they deserve. And this decision doesn't prevent universities from taking the totality of a student's experience, their demographics, their biography into consideration when admitting them. So do you think that there is now an opportunity at all for schools and other institutions to step up to make sure that they do have a diverse student body, at least, which the Supreme Court has acknowledged benefits us all?
Well, this is this is the question at hand. And at Color of Change, we are calling on our members and everyone else to mobilize. And we are calling on universities right now to release their plans, to be transparent and clear with the students, their communities, their alumni, their donors on what they're actually going to do to ensure that they have a student body that just doesn't reflect the types of unearned privileges that can be provided to some, access to certain types of opportunity that others don't have, which doesn't necessarily speak to aptitude, which doesn't necessarily speak to all the ways in which someone has overcome to achieve, which doesn't necessarily speak to someone's potential. So we are calling on universities, and this is an opportunity for them to get creative, for them to lean in. But we know from other places where affirmative action has gone away, in California and other places, that all of the other solutions end up being imperfect in terms of actually making sure that we have antidotes to privilege. And so we do worry about that in this case, and we recognize that the folks that are behind what has happened here at the court today are not going to stop here. And they're going to continue these efforts to attack DEI programs. They're going to continue these efforts to attack public investments. They're going to continue these efforts to attack a whole set of other places and spaces in our society where we are working to sort of balance the levers and ensure that folks are not given undue opportunities that haven't been earned.
Well, it's great to get your reaction to this breaking development, the Supreme Court's decision. Rashad Robinson, thanks for your time today.
Thanks for having me.